Today we're going to paint our trim. Now, we hang the wallpaper first and paint the trim afterwards. It's not ideal. Ideally, you paint the trim and then you hang the paper. But sometimes the environment in which you're working doesn't permit that to happen. And over time, let's face it, while the wallpaper is up 10 years, you're gonna paint your trim a few times, right? So I'm gonna show you how to paint your trim after the wallpaper is installed. This is a 3M hand masker you can get at Home Depot, Sherwin-Williams. And I'm gonna show you, please come on my left. This is clean the surface. If it's not, it won't stick. You wanna get your tape right up against this trim, okay? I put it down here and I can move it back and forth. Nothing is straight. And so you wanna be able to go like this in about 20-inch sections. Look, just show them right on top, come right on top and show them this right up against the woodwork. Okay, then you embed it like this using your finger. Pull it out, keep going like this until it touches the woodwork. Press it down. Now, some of you are saying, who are painters for years, I could do that without that. Let me just tell you something. I don't want to insult you for saying something so ridiculous. You cannot get this done in the amount of time that I'm going to get it done by doing this. I saw professionals go like this. That's a waste of time. This is going to take you 3 minutes to do 20 feet of linear woodwork, and it's going to give you a better cut. Now, okay, so you can do the top of the woodwork either with this, if you're really a sloppy painter, or here's what I suggest you do. Detach the tape from the masker, and let's do this. Okay? This is where I suggest you do get on your... Now come down close with me here. Come down close. I want them to see what's going on over here, okay? If you're up there, you're not going to be able to get precision, okay? It's just not going to happen. Show them the way I'm putting my body. Go right up against it. Show them where the tape is landing. I'm pulling off 25 inches at a time, and I'm doing it just like I did the masker. Get that tape right up against your woodwork. Make it a nice professional line. Now, who's thinking out there, how are you gonna keep the paint from getting under the tape, right? I mean, after all, you and I both know that this tape is not going to prevent paint from getting underneath it when you have textured wallpaper, right? So who's thinking about caulking right now? And if you are, you're thinking the right way. Okay, hold on, we got a little mistake. Show them this mistake right here. I want them to see that, and I want them to see the remedy. It's a quick remedy. No biggie. Okay. Overlap where you make a cut in your tape, because once you cut it, it's not going to go straight. Now, okay. Okay, so, okay. Now, please kick me over the red magic marker. Oh, I got it, I'm sorry. Okay. We've got most of it done here.
Video.
What?
Should be in video?
No.
Okay.
Oh no. Oh no. Okay, now guys, just please always use clear caulking. This is white because I can use white because I'm going to be painting white, but use clear if you're not using white paint, because then your caulking will dry according to the color of your paint. So now I want to show you a little trick. When you cut the tip of this thing at a 45, when this gets caulking on it like this, let me just show you, watch this. Now, okay, you're doing your job. Can you tell me where the caulking is coming out by looking at this mess? No, right? I'm gonna show you a quick and easy way to do it. You wanna put a black magic mark at the opposite end from which the caulking is coming out. So you always know where the point is, where the flow of caulking is going to come from, okay? So that you don't have to slow down. Okay, let's go to it. You don't need a lot here. Get that caulking in there. Simply take your wet finger, do that, you're done. Another one. Why are we caulking? Because we want to keep the paint off of the floor. That's why. There's no other way to do it. Do not try to cut this on the floor. You will show yourself to be very unprofessional. I had a great wallpaper hanger. That's how he cut this. He got on the floor and started cutting it. I said, that's ridiculous. He was so angry that I criticized it. So I'm going with my black line. This is working out for me. Okay, folks, now, this is where your wallpaper would fail you from preventing seepage. This has got to be caulked more importantly than this. Okay? Okay. If you want to make it nice, you got to fill in the gap, right? So now, simple procedure, right? And by the way, I'm using fast drying, okay? Now, caulking can get expensive, especially when you got to buy 50 tubes of it, so don't waste it. Nice and easy. Oh, goodness. Nice and easy. Take full advantage of your paper. Use it to discard caulking. Okay, now, show them the whole thing slowly. I'm going to go get the paint, show them how to do this. Okay, so now let's show them how we're going to do this nice and neat. It was already shook up. I'm just doing it again. Very important tip. Put this in a place where it's not going to get walked on. I see people laying them on the floor, people step on them. It's not professional, to say the least. Okay. My brush is too stiff. Something happened to this. I need a soft brush. People get glue on it and they don't clean it out. Very upset. I spent hours cleaning out these brushes. I'm not happy. I really am not happy. Excuse me. That's why I want guys to get their own brushes, because when it's my brush, it doesn't get cleaned out. And when people own the brush, they clean it out really well. Now I want to show you a trick on painting, okay? So we're using latex paint, okay? Don't ask me why. That's what the customer wants. And we're painting over latex. I want to show you how to paint trim. Look, you want to put a lot on it. Just watch my hands, the way they go back and forth. I already got on my wallpaper. I want to show you something about where you finish. I'm really mashing it in there. I got it on my wallpaper twice already. I got to slow down. I'm trying to make the video short. Okay, here we go. Now when you get to the edge of the woodwork, don't do this, because look what happens, okay? You don't want to do that. I do that for you so that you don't make that stupid mistake. This is how you do the end of a woodwork. Look, you take your brush and you push it toward the end. You push it, and then you go like this. You go toward the end. You don't pull the brush up against the edge to get paint all over the place, okay? And that's an error that you see people doing. Okay, no big deal. Okay, now look at this. I want to show you something. When you finish off your woodwork, the direction your brush goes in is very important. I'm just mashing the paint into the little scratches and imperfections on the wood that you and I both can't see. And then when I finish it, look what I'm doing. I go in one direction. Finished. 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 Do not touch this area again until you want to put a second coat on it. Let's do this over here. I left over here. I left off. So this is our start point right here. You want to start it over here and then work toward your finish point where you finished off before. You overlap it an inch or two, and that's it. Don't go back over here. It's drying. You're gonna make it, you're gonna raise the surface. Okay, now, check it out. Come close, please. This is my end point, okay? I made a mark so that you can see it. I start over here, I bring the paint to my end mark, right? Nice amount of paint. I get it in there, nice and easy, okay? And the same rule applies. Do not be tempted to go back to where you finished off. You're going to disrupt paint that's coagulating. You'll mess it up. You'll make holiday marks all over it. But the lap mark, this point, can still be touched. But I guarantee you over here cannot be touched right now. Okay. We start about 12 inches away, working our way over to the lap mark. Why is that? because you don't want to have too much paint here. Okay, so where you begin with the loaded brush is very important. Okay, I go back and forth to get the paint thinned out on the surface. Okay, I'm ready to finish it off. One stroke, one direction, one direction. Don't come back here. This is our lap mark. Again, I start on the bottom, I come up. I know it gets really boring for the guy or the gal who knows how to do this. I get it. Trust me, I get it. But many of you don't know how to paint woodwork. And this video is for you who don't know how to do it. I want to show you how effective this caulking is, this whole idea. Nice and easy. Okay. Okay. One direction. You just overlap your lap mark just a little bit. Don't disrupt the drying paint. Move forward. Here's my lap mark. Now, as we do this, for those of you who fast forwarded, you're going to miss out on this tip. Who's thinking about the caulking that's drying? Anybody? Well, guess what? You only have a certain amount of time to get this caulking off of the wall. You only have a certain amount of time. Do not let this dry because you'll have a repair that you got to do. And then it's going to cost you time and money. One direction. Does everyone understand what I'm talking about when I say one direction? So you don't end it like this. You go from the dry end toward the lap mark. Here's my lap mark. The dry end, one stroke, one direction. Why is that? So that when you look at this after it's drying, it looks like it was sprayed on, okay? By the end of the month, a bunch of professionals will have criticized this video and say something like, with the time that took you, blah, blah, blah. Say that this is the way I'm going to keep doing it, and this is the way I want all of the people who watch this video to do it. There's a lot of critics out there. Unless some guy does something egregious on a YouTube video, I say great job. Great job. Because he get the job done. As long as he gets the job done, it's a great job. You know? You're not going to save me more time by doing this differently and get the result that I'm showing you. You're not going to do it. This is the best way to do it. If you're brushing, you trim. Don't tell me that you can cut this trim against this floor quickly, because you're lying. You can't do it. Your body doesn't work like that. You can't get on the floor like I'm doing and cut this straight here. You just can't see the floor the way you can if you just tape it while you're on the floor. Okay, you understand. Very nice. Okay, we're almost done here. Again, we're coming toward the edge. You don't want to make the mistake of painting the edge. What I mean by that is the mistake that we simulated on the other end of this woodwork. Do not paint your edges with a full loaded brush and pull against the edge. You want to brush away from the edge. so that you don't have pooling paint dripping down. Okay, and I'll show you what I mean. Please come on my right with that camera. And here we come to an edge. We're gonna brush away from the corner. And look how effective that is, okay? Nice amount of paint. If anything, do this with the brush. Get in those nooks and crannies. Brush away from it, and there you go. And we're done. Now let's see how we did with the caulking, etc. Bring them right down to the action when the tape is coming off. We made our mistake over here, which we know, no big deal. There you go. Oh, one mistake, no big deal. Okay. Now, we'll get the floor up. You can see what the caulking did. It spared the wallpaper, didn't it? Look at that nice crisp line that we got. Okay, follow the same idea with your camera. Just follow the action. You're gonna have to do it on the other side, right? Just show them the line. I want to see them. I want the people to see the crisp action right against that line. That's the way I want you guys to do it. This is a 3M hand master from Home Depot, Sherwin-Williams, any paint store. This is Alex Plus Caulking, white in color. Just show them the general now from a distance. And there you have it. If you have any questions, ask. If you have a better way to do it, share it. Thanks a lot for watching. Click on like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.